today we want to see the morning complex, integrated synthesis from different practices which come from, some are from ancient cultures like ancient China, Egypt, India, other are more contemporary, but they are all confirmed scientifically with increasing the neurohormones which are synthesized in the morning. So why? Since the antiquity, the valuable adequate schools, they were proposing practices which are around the sun rays and in the morning. It is because in this time of the day we synthesize, the brain is creating these neurohormones like serotonin, dopamine, which are the neurohormones which give us motivation, happiness during the day. So what we create now, it is what we have during the day as a reserve, and the idea is to have these practices to increase the synthesis and then to have a proper breakfast which will give the particles to the body so it can compose this. Of course, the day begins the previous day, so we have a light dinner, early dinner, and then after the sunset we have a relaxed evening without any stress or big light sources which will damage the synthesis of melatonin, the hormone of sleep. So in this case we could have a good sleep and to naturally wake up early. So better to put an alarm in the evening to go to bed than to put an alarm to wake up. If ever we need an alarm to wake up, it's very good to to be able to switch it off, like these phones. We can just touch something or turn the phone and the alarm will be off. So it's known that straight before to fall asleep and just in the moment we wake up, it is the moment we have access to our subconsciousness. It's a very big part of our psychic. So these are very important moments. It's given different practices to fall asleep, so it's good before to fall asleep we can sing a song or do our little prayer, to do our little relaxing ritual, or in different schools there are like formulas to invite the lighted beings to protect our body and to bring our us into good places, and this way we really feel relaxed in the morning. And the idea is that when this alarm, if there is in the morning, rings, the worst is to just do like this and to have the light of the phone directly in my eyes to switch off the alarm, or to have a violent sound for it. So it's a nice one and we turn it off without watching. The idea is to don't open our eyes. So in the ancient China they were saying in the morning when we open our eyes we lose the energy which was harvested during the night sleep. The idea will be to, it's coming slowly, but for example now I'm laying on the ground, on my bed and sleeping, and in one moment my consciousness comes, so I wake up. It will be good if I don't open my eyes directly. What I could do, for example, the first thing is to just massage this area here and to send my personal positive message. So it is a short message which I invent for myself, which I like, and it's not negative. It's not like I quit smoking. It is positive. I live in harmony, I'm healthy, I'm realizing the purpose of my life with joy or something. It's could be, and we just massage here, and like this we, exactly in this crucial moment of transition, we send this message to our subconscious and we massage, and then we can spread this massage around the face. On the face there are many important points. In one moment when I decide to open my eyes, I don't just open my eyes, but I will do like this. We warm up the hands. If you want to remember, we can do it now, and then eventually when 2-3 days we repeat them, we will start thinking of this when we wake up and start doing before to open the eyes. So I warm up the hands and I open the eyes inside the hands. And then slowly the hands go down and that way I gently arrive to the reality without stress. And then I continue my massages. So the first will be often straight after waking up. My fingers are not strong, so it's difficult to push the points with the fingers, but I can just begin massaging like this the neck. They're very important in the long brain and la cervellette. So there are important nervous centers here. So I massage the neck, I massage the face. Also on the ears there are many points which are awaking, so I can just do like this, that way, or even with this way to massage the ears. And then we can go to more concrete points from the acupressure. So here all along here we have waking up points, so I can massage or this way, or if my fingers don't feel very strong, I can massage this way. Here, in this little hole, the processus zygomaticus, we can massage also that way. These are generally energizing points which are helping us to get awake and to start the day. Or also again I can massage this way if I prefer. So I push enough to feel a light pain. It's not to make myself painful, but enough to get awake. After our advisor, Dr. Dimitri Pashkulev, he combined some different points. So the left hand goes, the left hand goes on the two sides of the nose like this, and the right hand goes here up and down the mouth. If we slide on the bone, we can feel like a little hole on the bone. So the right hand is like this, pushing, and the left hand push here, and we alternate that way. He's calling this exercise alarm clock. And here you push to inside. Yeah? Горе отдолу на устата по същия начин и ги редувам. So we alternate. Yeah, pushing to inside. So we push towards the head. And this I do still when I'm in the bed. Then all along the mandibula we also have points to awake, so we can do like this. Or again. There is one important point which we will not push strong. This point we just do a light pressure. We just put our fingers and we do the gymnastic for the eyes. This is really preventing our eyes to degenerate, or it can even heal and regenerate the eyes which are already starting having view problems. So the point is here, if this is our orbit of the eyes, like this, we push here inside, but it's this point we push light. We just put our fingers like this inside, and then with the eyes I watch up left, I watch down right, I watch up right, I watch down left. So I do diagonal with the eyes that way. While slightly and gently having my fingers on this point. And then I would just look like this, up, around in one direction and looking in the other direction. So make circles with the eyes. We can really feel the stretching of the eye muscle. This point is relaxing the nerves of the eyes. And with the time you can see how your eyes get flexible, so I can turn the eyes even without seeing nothing, like your eyes get really flexible, and it's very nice to stretch the eyes exactly like that. And then of course I can do all this type of movements. For example, I'm still in my bed doing all these points. I can stretch like this. It's even stronger if I put the knee like this. And so it's very good to have 40 minutes or 1 hour and a half of morning exercises, but if I know that it will be a rough day when I will absolutely have no time, better at least to do here some circular movements, to know that, because sometimes once we are out of the bed it's getting very but here is the time to. My grandfather was doing this up to his death. He was very fit. And of course some little crocodile stretching. After, we don't go up just like this, like Rambo, but we gently go like this, being in a sitting position. So it's good that the waking up to be gradually and gently. And sitting in my bed, in lots of schools they say to go off the bed putting first the right hand on the ground, but these are details. After, the second important part of the morning complex is we have of course hygiene, so we wash our face, what we want to wash in the morning, the teeth, etc. And to hydrate. So depending how tall is the person, but we need warm water. We drink water minimum as the temperature of the body, if we can a bit warmer. Why we don't drink tea? Because the body is perceiving the tea as food, is perceiving the water as water. So I need to have water to rehydrate. So I have about 400-500 milliliters which are evaporated and dehydrated during the night. So I need to retake this. And then I need to have excessive water to rinse the kidneys, the evacuation system. And also now in the morning complex we need to warm up the joints. So these are this synovial capsula with and the warmth is giving the signal to put this synovial liquid. So our joints, they need to be full of liquid, so they don't we don't have traumas during the day. So it's for example, me, I'm 185 and I need 1.5 liters minimum of warm water. I know it's strange. In the beginning we can have a feeling of wanting to vomit, but this is because we need to wash the stomach. Dr. Pashkulev says the stomach is a bag, we always put in this bag and we never wash it. So we hydrate well, we take warm water, and then we can do this exercise which is washing the stomach. It is the most simple. We just do like this, we can put the hands. So just putting the nombril in and out. Like this bag which is full of water, we do like this, and this is washing the wall of the stomach. We know that there are a huge amount of nervous, important nervous part of the nervous system here. They call it the second brain. So how clean is the stomach is really related with our feeling of well-being during the day. So the most easy way is just without stopping our breathing, we just wash the stomach. This is important part. And then we continue with some points. So for example, we are already awake somewhere. It's better to do outside if the weather allows it, or at least to have open windows so we have fresh air. And then we can continue with some very important points for waking up. For example, one point is here. This is the double bone, when this bone is like this, and here are like two little sphera, the head of this bone. If we are not sure, we just massage all the area like this. We are sure that we are touching and working with the point. But being together, we can see these two here.
Mm-hmm.
So this point is they are generally yeah, it's here. So again, we do enough pressure so we can feel, but not to be super painful. And we have the same point here on the legs. And we can even go on the back. Yeah, you go gradually. First you do, and with the days you will be able to do more.
That's more
Yeah, it's even with this going a little bit like this. The point 43 here, it is was called in ancient China the point against 100 diseases. So this is when we take our hand this way, with this part we massage. It's normal that in the beginning we cannot take the hand, so if every day we just try like this, in 1 or 2 months I was also not able.
I think it's going to take me a year.
Yeah, here it's fine. It's fine. But the good news is that in the beginning, if we cannot reach this point, we can use the furniture, or like this. Just we can go on the wall and massage, or just have a ball of tennis, just tennis ball, put it on the ground and roll on the ball. It's even scientifically observed that animals, like wild animals, when they are sick, they go on the tree and they massage this point.
It's like the bear in the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
So it is this area here.
Yeah, you can keep doing that.
Yeah. But really try doing it on the едва малко штракане. По-леко ще се отпусне.
Да.
И ще стане готино. Примерно е тук на някой възел нещо важда. So it's here. You see?
Yes. Ouch.
And you can just go somewhere.
Yeah, you can try
touch
here.
it, I cannot really.
You can try.
So where is the point?
When you do it
Can you
yourself,
rub
do
your
you
hands
also
with
press
your
this
hands?
hard?
Not this one.
Really?
When you
I
do
can
it
do
yourself,
this one.
are you able to like press
It's
quite hard
like
into your back?
It's there.
Because I can like touch them, but I cannot
Okay,
really.
maybe you have
this
one
part.
For example, have a look at that.
Yeah, I think
So it's quite,
No,
it's
but
very
it's just
baseball.
when we do every day,
Yeah.
after it gets
This
more
is my throwing
flexible,
hands.
it's
It's the
works
same
very well.
symbol, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
I don't know. It is.
Yeah, let me try her to do it. Almost there. Almost there.
Yeah, it's very also good opportunity to help each other, to do together for each other. And there are quite more, but let's finish with this one for the moment, which is between these two fingers and more toward this one. It's a famous one, this one. Even if you see someone who loses consciousness after, of course, checking the breathing in the heart, you can help the person to feel better with this, massaging this point. I have witnessed people in very difficult state while waiting for the emergency to come, really improving their state by massaging this point.
Isn't it also for headaches?
for general energizing depends of the origin of the headache, of course, but it cannot harm when we do it on a good strength. And we have the same on the legs. So with this part, just between the big toes and the next one. So now we feel a like slight energetic effect of all of this, but if we do, for example, 40 days, day after day this, or 80 days even, you can do this experiment. No problem. Then we have this deeper energizing, which is just staying. It's nice. After, of course, we can do. So there are categories in the morning practice. In all the schools since the antiquity, we observe three big categories of the practices. One is the physical exercises for the body. The second are the exercises which balance the hemispheres of the brain. So between our male brain, the analytic, which wants to separate and analyze, and the female, so the empathy, intuition, other part of the brain. And the third category are the consciousness exercises, which are bringing this well-being effect of the first two categories deeper in our being, to our more subtle bodies, and also longer-term benefit. So from the physical, the basic which we need to do really every day is we can do this energizing with the points, it's to warm up the joints, because better that my joint now gets full of this synovial liquid, it makes knacks now than when I'm running after the metro and I can have a trauma or something. So there are many ways, for sure here are sportive people also which will propose many ways to warm up the joint, but after all this hydration we can also just do very basic circular movements with the joints. So with the neck, with the head, we need to be very careful. So we can just start with turning, for example, that way, and doing circles, slowly, gently. This gentle turning of the head is, in fact, much more important for the well-being of a person than it looks. Releasing the upper back, the neck. Then the shoulders and the hands we can do faster. They are we can do one by one or both together. It's really very individual, but the minimum is just to make circular movements to warm up the joints. The elbows as well, both directions. The wrists and fingers we can do this way. We can do the wave, really. A very nice exercise, especially when we are in a beautiful nature place. It's combined because here we have point about the sternum, the thymus gland, which is also important. We can do like this, but we can also, there is one exercise combined with breathing, so I give to the nature what is good for the other and what is not needed for me, and I receive also these moments around the sunrise, and especially 1 hour before the sunrise up to the sunrise. It is the moment when we have most of this prana, this vital energy available in the nature, and later on all the living beings they take this energy, so it's like this. So I don't hesitate to breathe through the nose. We can use some cleaning tools, and in the same time I clean the system, I move my fingers, I touch my sternum, and I exchange vital energy with the nature around. So after we have the hips, the most gentle way to warm the hips, it's when the head is immobile and just the hips are turning. Also here we need to go gently and gradually up to our comfort. Next variant would be where the head also is turning, so all the upper part of the body, and also really moving the hip in all the directions. This is in Eastern tradition, we know very well. There is a big tradition behind these dances, but it's not. There is a purpose behind this. It's very important for the health, the well-being, and of course here we can do the legs. So the gentle variant is like this. If we need, we can even hold for something, so like this we don't lose the balance. After it will be a bit next level to do it with straight leg for the balance. And of course with straight leg and closed eyes will be the next. We can check our balance and we can observe the difference between left and right part of the body, which are related with the two parts of the brain. And like this I can observe how balanced are my mental part and my emotional part. This morning my emotions are more balanced than my mind.
And which side is for your emotions?
And the right part of the body, which is controlled by the left part of the brain, is the male brain, the analytic brain, the mind. And the left part of the body, which is controlled by the right part of the brain, is the female, the empathy, intuitive.
So the emotions on the left.
I mean, yeah, we can. It's subjective, but generally yes. That's why basically this category, second category of balancing the hemisphere of the brain, it's or with the breathing which alternates, or with different movements of the body which alternates. Because now I'm influencing my right part of the brain, and now I'm influencing my left part of the brain. Yeah. And down, how we call this, our joint here,
Ankle.
the ankle. So we can warm up the ankles as well, and the toast, which I never know how to pronounce. The toast. And like this, now all our joints are warmed up. Another important part in the morning is to move the lymph of the body, the lymphatic system. It's important to be. So there are two ways to move the lymph. Maybe we can, so the first simple way to move our lymph, it is just by slapping the body on the head, and we do gently, and then here we can do stronger. So this is one of the ways to move the lymph through the body, which is one of the important things to do. Also we are gentle around the inner organs here, also in the back, and we can do stronger. Another way to move the lymph would be with little jumping. In the Sufi tradition they have a lot of this, and Dr. Pashkulev created the exercise called Tornado. We turn with the clockwise, so yeah, exactly, this way. to the right. So first we turn, we don't do too much so we don't fall on the ground. And when we have enough, then we freeze and we root our legs in the ground. So it's a perfect exercise to both move the lymph, work the vestibular system, even wash the stomach with the water inside. And let's see, the idea in the morning is to take care of the parts of the body which we are not using during the day really, but they are important to the health. So there is the one important exercise called the crow, which is taking care also of this system from the nose, the ears and the throat. So I will show it first and then we can do it. So this finger goes here, here, here of the eyes, and these are closing the ears. And then I inhale like this. And when my lungs are full, I put my chin to the chest and I slightly push the air so I can feel the pressure of the air in the ears, in the nose. The idea is not to force, and then I exhale. So I will just show it to you and then you see it's like this. And gently exhale. So when I block, I can feel the pressure in my ears, even in all my vertebral column up to the coccyx. I can feel how the air is pushing. So let's do it together. Exhale. And another important exercise, the lion, which takes care of the throat. The idea is to bring the blood flow into this area. It's really very healing when you have viruses or different infections which attack the respiratory system. It's really stopping them here and eliminating them before they come to the lungs. For this healing effect we need to do 10 or 12 times, more time the exercise, but for every morning we can just do it 2 or 3 times. It's very good to do it when the sun is rising, and to really, the idea is to take our tongue so the sunlight can shine into the throat. It of course has also a disinfecting effect, but basically it's like this. So I inhale, I exhale, pushing maximum the tongue out. Some people, they don't feel good doing this in the front of people, so we can invite them, they can do like this and just do like this behind. But if not, we have our Dr. Pashkulev, he is doing like this. He goes outside, and what is doing the lion in the morning. But the idea is really to push the tongue maximum out, and when we repeat this a few times you can feel the warmth here because the blood comes. So let's do it a few times. I can profit from this. I can profit from this also to move my mimic muscles, because if I do this on the street, the people will watch me strangely. But when I'm at home, I can profit to really move these muscles and enjoy the feeling. Other important part of the body, it is what we call the key, the first key. So Mula Bandha is to helps the health of not only the sexual health and activity, but also the health of the backbone. It's very good to apply it when we have to lift something heavy. It's long-term benefits of well-being. So there is a very simple active way to do this exercise. I just simultaneously will do 3 movements: to bend my knees, to tight the muscles behind, and to put my nombril inside. So we can feel how this muscle here, it is inside, it's called the PC muscle, it is getting trained. So bend the knees, tight the butt, and the nombril goes inside simultaneously. And I go gently and progressively, because like every muscle, we don't force it too much from the beginning. It is the basis of the Kundalini practice and vital energy. It's recharging the inner battery. And the last one, let's see, for today, it is we watch to the east, or if we are very old or very sick, we can do it to the north. So the hands are crossed, so the right hand is in the front of the left, and we take the ears like this, and then 7 times we go down and we go up. But while we go down, we inhale, and when we go up, we exhale. So we do it 7 or 14 or 21 times for the energy centers, facing to the east energetically, this way. You can even do it even more energetic, like this. So it is scientifically proven that this increases the synthesis of serotonin in the brain. Very good also for adolescents, for teenagers. It helps the late entrance into sexuality and really to channelize the energy, which is great. And then, how we are with the time? I propose you, so we did the basic. So we move at our body, we hydrate it, we move at our joints. The ideal now will be to do some stretching, which there are also many traditions of stretching. But today we are like in a day where it's better to do now from the second and the third category than to push only on the first category and to do more and more body exercises. So the 10 minutes we can still now from the next activity, better to do something for the hemispheres of the brain and for the consciousness than to stretch or to keep on the body. So a very simple and technique which is known since always for the humans, I believe. It's called the balancing, the alternative breathing. So we sit on the way that our back is straight. It can be, we will have another, if you want this evening we can put a little time observing how we can sit properly, how we can lay properly, how we can breathe properly, because these 3 things are fundamental for the well-being. But we can sit in any posture which suits you, and the back and the neck are straight, and we'll do breathing, everybody with their own rhythm, and we inhale from the left nostril, blocking the right nostril with the finger. When the lungs are full, we change the nostrils and we exhale from the right nostril. Then we inhale from the same right nostril. When the lungs are full, we change, we exhale from the left nostril. So this is one cycle. Then again we inhale from the left, we change, exhale from the right, we inhale from the right, we change, we exhale from the left. With the time, when we practice this every day, the breathing will get slower. But this exactly is balancing the 2 hemispheres of the brain, so the mind and the emotions, because to be happy it means to to know, to feel, and to do the same thing. So let's just, it's very good for me really the days, if I do this for 10 minutes minimum, it's one type of day, and when I don't do it or do it very short, then I can feel my day, I'm more unstable. So let's just do it. We change the nostril when the lungs are full, that's all. And slowly we finish our cycle. And now to open the eyes, we can use this technique we see. First to warm the hands, to put them on the eyes, and to open the eyes inside the hands and slowly put it down. It's also a very good way to get out of this type of practices. Now, as third category, we could directly pass from breathing to a meditation. So there are also different subcategories. There are passive meditations, active meditations. What is very interesting, we can benefit while we live in community, is the common practice. Because when, for example, we do yoga and one person is showing, the other we are doing, this is an individual practice because everybody is focused on I am focused on what I do. And collective practices are really the most powerful. They need some time to get introduced, but these are practices when we need also to observe the others and together to do something. So it can be prayers, meditations, dances. Today I propose you, if you want, we can do some very simple and also short common practices, which are some movements with some formulas, so some positive messages again. And it's very simple. We just stand, we provide enough space so we can do like this with our hands. And there are these two formulas, they are given by Bein Sadunu. The first, we just say it together, we do the movement together, we say it together like this. It's a common practice because we do it together, we observe also to be in harmony with the others. So first I will show you and then we can do together. So the first is maybe, not maybe, how will be in English? Let be divine peace, divine joy and divine happiness into our hearts. So 3 times we do this. The second one is let be divine spirit, divine peace and divine blessings all over the earth. This will be the translation more or less. So again we repeat, let be divine spirit, divine peace and divine blessings all over the earth. So we'll do this, the first we repeat 3 times, the second we repeat 3 times, and then we, like this, we send greetings to the lighted beings which are engaged in the process. So let's do it.
Can you repeat the first one again?
Let be divine peace, divine joy and divine happiness into our hearts. So when it's peace, the hands are linked. Joy, the hands are here going to the, and happiness, we are where the heart is, into our hearts, it's where the heart. So it's let be divine peace, divine joy and divine happiness into our hearts. This will be the movement. Let be divine peace, divine joy and divine happiness into our hearts. Let be divine peace, divine joy and divine happiness into our hearts. Let be divine peace, divine joy and divine happiness into our hearts. divine spirit, divine peace and divine blessings all over the earth. Let be divine spirit, divine peace and divine blessings all over the earth. Let be divine spirit, divine peace and divine blessings all over the earth.